Are you ready to transform your life with just a few small habits? Welcome to Wisdom of the Stoicism. Today, we're diving into the powerful world of Stoic philosophy to uncover 10 small habits that will change your life forever. Just like the famous saying goes, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. These simple yet profound skills can lead you to resilience, success, and deep satisfaction. Imagine what you could achieve when you master these habits. After all, even Mark Zuckerberg believes that learning how to learn is more important than what you learn. So, stick around as we explore how these small changes can create a monumental impact on your life. Let's get started. 1. Time management, mastering the most precious resource. Time is money, a common phrase we often hear, but have you ever truly considered the real value of your time? Unlike money, time is finite. It cannot be earned back, saved, or recovered. It's the most precious resource we have, and how we spend it ultimately shapes the course of our lives. The Stoics understood this deeply, and they emphasized living in alignment with nature and reason. They valued the proper use of time. Seneca, the Roman Stoic philosopher, wrote an entire essay titled On the Shortness of Life to address this very topic. He lamented how people squandered their time on trivial pursuits and meaningless distractions, urging them to focus on what truly mattered. He said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." He pointed out that most people go through life unaware of the passage of time, only to find, often too late, that they've wasted it. In today's fast-paced world, Seneca's words resonate more than ever. Every moment seems to be filled with demands and distractions, emails, social media notifications, breaking news. We find ourselves racing against the clock, constantly feeling overwhelmed. However, the Stoics offer a different perspective. Time management isn't about cramming more into our schedules, but about prioritizing what truly matters and living each day with intention. Marcus Aurelius, another prominent Stoic philosopher, wrote in his Meditations, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This Stoic practice, known as memento mori, serves as a powerful reminder to make the most of our time, to focus on what truly matters, and to let go of the trivial. Think about those days when you felt overwhelmed, constantly checking off items on a never-ending to-do list, sacrificing sleep and peace of mind. Now imagine the sense of calm that comes from knowing you're making the most of your time, prioritizing what truly matters. To start mastering time management, identify your priorities. What brings you joy? What contributes to your sense of purpose? Once you know what matters most, allocate your time accordingly. Learn to say no to things that don't serve your goals. As Seneca said, "He who every day is making a new acquaintance should be ashamed of himself for having lived so long and not yet made friendship with himself." Make time for self-reflection, pursue your passions, and simply be present in the moment. Embracing Stoic wisdom allows you to be not only more productive, but also to live a life aligned with your values. Have you ever looked at your calendar at the end of a week and realized that most of your time was spent doing things that didn't matter to you? How many of those hours were truly devoted to what makes your life meaningful, your loved ones, your passions, or the goals that excite you? Instead of trying to squeeze everything into your schedule, Marcus Aurelius urges us to strip away the unnecessary and make room for what matters. Seneca's On the Shortness of Life also offers practical wisdom on how we can reframe our approach to time. Instead of worrying about how much time we have left, focus on the quality of each moment. Imagine being deeply immersed in your work, fully engaged in conversation, or spending time in nature with no distractions. This mindful use of time transforms each day into something meaningful. Share your commitment to mastering time management in the comments below, and let's inspire each other to make the most of this precious gift called life. 2. Personal finance management, moderation, self-discipline, and true wealth. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This quote from Epictetus encapsulates the Stoic approach to personal finance, an approach that prioritizes moderation, self-discipline, and living within one's means. In a world driven by consumerism, where instant gratification is constantly advertised to us, the Stoic philosophy offers a refreshing perspective on financial well-being. Have you ever felt trapped by financial worries, constantly juggling bills, living paycheck to paycheck? It's a common struggle today, where material possessions and easy credit can lead to a cycle of debt and anxiety. The Stoics understood that wealth wasn't about amassing riches, it was about cultivating contentment, appreciating what you have, and not being a slave to desires. Seneca warned against the dangers of greed and extravagance. He wrote, "Wealth is the slave of the wise man and the master of the fool." True wealth is not in accumulating possessions, but in mastering our desires and living according to our values. Imagine the feeling of security that comes from having a solid financial foundation. It's the peace of mind that allows you to sleep soundly at night, knowing you're prepared for life's unexpected twists. It's the freedom to make choices aligned with your purpose, rather than being driven by financial constraints. The Stoics believed that true happiness comes from inner virtue and tranquility, not from external possessions. Epictetus teaches us to develop indifference to material wealth and focus instead on what is within our control, our desires, choices, and values. The more we distance ourselves from material desires, the less power those desires have over us. The less power they have, the more we are free to pursue virtue, wisdom, and contentment. Start by creating a budget. Be honest about your expenses and identify where you can cut back. Embrace the Stoic principle of delayed gratification. Instead of succumbing to impulse purchases, save for things that truly matter. Invest in your education, health, and relationships. As Seneca wisely said, "He who postpones the hour of living rightly is like the rustic who waits for the river to run out before he crosses." There's no time like the present to get your financial house in order. True wealth is having enough and understanding that enough is indeed enough. Picture a life where you're not driven by the latest gadgets, where you can step back from the pressures of consumerism and instead invest in experiences, learning, and community. Imagine how much lighter you'd feel without the burden of financial stress weighing on your shoulders. By practicing financial moderation, you can find freedom, peace, and a greater capacity to enjoy life. Share your approach to achieving financial peace in the comments. Let's grow and learn together. 3. Critical thinking, the path to wisdom. The first step in the acquisition of wisdom is silence. The second, listening. The third, memory. The fourth, practice. The fifth, teaching others. These words from Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, emphasize the importance of critical thinking. In today's world, where information is abundant and often conflicting, the ability to think critically is essential for navigating complexity. Have you ever regretted a decision you made impulsively, based on emotion rather than reason? Perhaps you were influenced by a charismatic speaker or an advertisement. Epictetus reminds us that it's not things that upset us, but our judgments about things. Critical thinking allows us to challenge our assumptions and arrive at more objective conclusions. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." The world is inherently subjective, and understanding its complexities requires skepticism. Imagine the mental clarity that comes from discerning the truth, being able to see through deception, analyze arguments with precision, and make informed decisions. In a world where news spreads instantly and opinions are amplified through social media, developing the skill of discernment is more crucial than ever. Stoicism encourages us to question what we hear, to consider the source, and to evaluate information based on its merit. Marcus Aurelius urged himself to avoid snap judgments and instead take the time to understand the whole picture, to cultivate critical thinking. Practice delayed judgment. If you hear something that provokes a strong emotional reaction, pause. Take time to reflect before responding. Practice curiosity. Seek out multiple viewpoints, listen to others, and engage with information thoughtfully. One way to do this is by embracing the Stoic exercise of viewing a situation from different perspectives. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to look at things objectively, as they are, without adding emotional embellishments. Imagine being able to see a situation with complete clarity, to cut through the noise and focus on what truly matters. Think about how much more effective and confident you would be in making decisions if you didn't allow biases or emotions to cloud your judgment. Critical thinking isn't just about analyzing facts. It's about understanding yourself and others, recognizing motivations, and choosing actions that align with your values. Stoicism also teaches that the pursuit of wisdom involves humility. Recognize that you don't have all the answers and be willing to learn from others. Ask questions, even when the answers seem obvious. Challenge your own beliefs and seek out information that contradicts your viewpoint. Seneca believed that wisdom was a lifelong pursuit, and he encouraged his students to seek knowledge from various sources, even from those who disagreed with them. Share a time when critical thinking helped you see the truth. Let's Let's foster a community of inquiry and growth. 4. Verbal and written communication. The power of words. Let your speech be better than silence, or be silent. This quote from Marcus Aurelius reminds us of the power of words and the importance of effective communication. Communication is not just about sharing information. It's about building connections, understanding, and creating meaningful relationships. Have you ever struggled to articulate your thoughts, feeling misunderstood, or worse, saying something that hurt someone unintentionally? Stoicism teaches that effective communication starts with self-awareness. A disciplined mind is essential to express oneself with intention. Effective communication involves active listening, truly understanding others' perspectives, and responding thoughtfully. Consider the example of Marcus Aurelius, who was not only a philosopher but also an emperor responsible for leading Rome. Despite his powerful position, Marcus valued concise and clear communication. He understood the importance of being direct, yet compassionate in his communication. By speaking with purpose and avoiding idle chatter, he could foster deeper connections with those around him. In Stoic practice, words should be chosen carefully and used purposefully. Before speaking, ask yourself, is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? These 3 questions serve as filters, ensuring that your words have a positive impact. Stoics also teach us to avoid gossip and idle talk, as they serve no useful purpose and can lead to misunderstandings and hurt. Imagine being able to articulate your thoughts clearly, expressing yourself with confidence, and knowing that your words have a positive impact on those around you. Effective communication is a skill that can transform your relationships, both personal and professional. It allows you to navigate conflicts with grace, express your needs without fear, and inspire others with your words. Epictetus taught that we should focus on what is within our control, and communication is one of those things. We cannot control how others interpret our words, but we can control how we speak and the intention behind our words. Practicing empathy, being mindful of tone, and actively listening are ways we can ensure that our communication is aligned with Stoic values. Practice active listening and intentional speaking. Share how communication has impacted your life. 5. Public speaking, conquering fear, and inspiring others. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Seneca's words speak to a fear that plagues many, the fear of public speaking. The pounding heart, sweaty palms, and anxiety are familiar feelings for most. However, public speaking is an opportunity to conquer fear and embrace the Stoic spirit. Public speaking can be intimidating, but it's also one of the most powerful ways to share ideas, influence change, and inspire others. Imagine standing before an audience, your voice steady, your message clear. Instead of being overwhelmed by fear, you feel empowered. The Stoics believed courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to act in spite of it. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." This means that to grow, we must be willing to face discomfort, to make mistakes, and to be vulnerable. When you stand in front of an audience, you put yourself in a position of vulnerability, and that takes immense courage. But with each experience, you grow stronger, more resilient, and more capable. Start small. Practice in front of a mirror, with friends, or join a public speaking club. The more you practice, the more comfortable you become. Public speaking allows you to influence, inspire, and step into your potential as a leader. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that fear is natural, but it should not hold us back from fulfilling our duty. Speaking to inspire others is part of contributing to the common good, a key tenet of Stoic ethics. Imagine the sense of pride and accomplishment you'll feel after delivering a speech that resonates with your audience, knowing that you made a positive impact. Public speaking also teaches humility. You learn to accept feedback, refine your message, and understand that your words can empower or hurt others. By embracing public speaking, you develop confidence, resilience, and the ability to uplift those around you. Share your commitment to improving your public speaking skills. Let's encourage each other to grow in confidence. 6. Adaptability, embracing change and thriving in uncertainty. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. These words from Marcus Aurelius embody the essence of adaptability. In a constantly changing world, adaptability is not just valuable, it's essential. Have you ever felt lost when life threw you a curveball curveball, an unexpected job loss, a breakup, or a sudden change in your plans? The Stoics teach that while we cannot control external events, we can control our reactions. This mindset is the foundation of adaptability. Epictetus taught that events themselves are neutral. It is our interpretation of them that determines our experience. Imagine a sailor navigating a storm. The winds howl, waves crash, but the sailor adjusts the sails and remains steadfast. Adaptability is about adjusting your sails in the face of adversity. By embracing change as an opportunity for growth, you become resilient. You understand that challenges are not obstacles, but stepping stones on the path to self-improvement. Seneca wrote, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." By pausing and choosing our response thoughtfully, we can navigate challenges gracefully. Instead of reacting impulsively, take a step back and assess the situation. Ask yourself, what is within my control? This simple question can help you regain perspective and find the best course of action. Adaptability also requires us to let go of attachments. Often, our resistance to change comes from clinging to the way things were or the way we think they should be. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that everything in life is transient. By accepting the impermanence of things, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and open ourselves to new possibilities. Imagine being able to handle life's unexpected challenges with grace, to remain calm and centered even when things don't go as planned. Adaptability allows you to thrive in uncertainty and to grow from every experience, no matter how difficult it may seem. Share how you've adapted to change and grown stronger. Let's inspire each other to embrace life's challenges. 7. Learning to say no, setting boundaries, and protecting your energy. He who would be no man's slave must have the power to be no man's friend. This quote from Epictetus highlights the importance of setting boundaries. In a world full of demands, the ability to say no is an act of self-preservation. Have you ever felt overwhelmed because you couldn't say no? Perhaps you took on too many responsibilities at work, agreed to social events you didn't want to attend, or found yourself constantly doing favors for others. While helping others is virtuous, Stoicism teaches that true freedom lies in choosing wisely what we commit to. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have the right to say no." Saying no is not selfish. It is an act of self-respect. It allows you to protect your time, energy, and well-being so that you can focus on what truly matters. When you learn to say no, you create space for the things that bring you joy and fulfillment. Imagine how liberating it would feel to be able to say no without guilt, to prioritize your needs and well-being without feeling obligated to please everyone. By setting boundaries, you protect your energy and ensure that you have enough to give to the people and pursuits that matter most to you. Practice saying no in small ways. Decline invitations that don't align with your values. Delegate tasks when possible, and be honest about your capacity. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but over time, you'll find that people respect you more for being clear and direct about your boundaries. Seneca taught that we should not allow ourselves to be carried away by the opinions or demands of others, but instead remain steadfast in our own values. Imagine a life where you're no longer burdened by the expectations of others, where you can choose how to spend your time and energy without feeling pressured or guilty. Learning to say no is one of the most empowering habits you can cultivate. It allows you to live authentically and in alignment with your values. Share a time when saying no made a positive impact. Let's celebrate self-respect and boundaries. 8. Consistency in exercise, building discipline and physical resilience. Start with little things. Don't despise them, for there is nothing small when it comes to training the will. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of consistency. Have you ever struggled to stay committed to an exercise routine, despite knowing its benefits for your physical and mental well-being? The Stoics taught that true strength lies in cultivating discipline, not just physical strength. Imagine the sense of accomplishment that comes from conquering moments of weakness, choosing to exercise when it's easier not to. The Stoics believe that the body is an essential part of our existence, and that physical well-being is tied to mental clarity and resilience. Seneca wrote, "No journey is too long for him who advances slowly and steadily." Every choice to exercise brings you closer to a life of vitality. Epictetus viewed physical discipline as a means of strengthening the will. By challenging the body, we challenge the mind. When we exercise, we not only improve our health but also develop resilience to determination, and the ability to endure discomfort. Exercise is a practice of delayed gratification, pushing through the short-term discomfort for long-term well-being. Start small. Commit to 10 minutes of exercise today. Gradually build up. The smallest actions done consistently lead to extraordinary results. Imagine the satisfaction of seeing your body grow stronger, of feeling more energized, and of knowing that you're taking care of yourself. The discipline you develop through exercise spills over into other areas of your life, making you more resilient and focused. Share your commitment to consistency in exercise. Let's motivate each other to cultivate resilience. 9. Meditation. Finding inner peace amidst chaos. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that true peace lies within. In our fast-paced world, where stress and anxiety are all too common, meditation offers a sanctuary, a path to inner quietude and reflection. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by your thoughts, unable to find a moment of peace amidst the chaos of daily life? Meditation aligns perfectly with Stoic ideals of cultivating a calm and focused mind. Seneca believed that a wise person is one who can find peace within themselves, regardless of external circumstances. Imagine closing your eyes, taking a deep breath, and finding stillness amidst the noise of life. In that stillness, you reconnect with yourself, let go of stress, and gain perspective. Meditation is not about escaping reality, but about facing it with clarity and calmness. It allows you to observe your thoughts without judgment and to respond rather than react. Meditation also helps you practice mindfulness, a key Stoic principle. By being fully present in each moment, you learn to appreciate life as it is, without longing for what is not. Epictetus taught that happiness comes from wanting what we have, rather than longing for what we don't. Meditation helps you cultivate this sense of contentment by focusing on the present. Start with 5 minutes today. Find a quiet place. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Observe your thoughts as they come and go without clinging to them. With consistent practice, you'll find that meditation helps you stay grounded, calm, and centered no matter what life throws at you. Imagine being able to navigate life's challenges with a sense of calm and clarity, to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Meditation is a powerful tool for cultivating inner peace, resilience, and wisdom. Share your experience with meditation. Let's inspire each other to cultivate inner stillness. 10. Waking up early, seizing the day with intention. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Seneca believed that time is precious, and waking up early is a way to reclaim it. In the quiet early hours, there lies opportunity for reflection, planning, and personal growth. Have you ever rushed through your mornings, feeling stressed and overwhelmed before the day even begins? Waking up early allows you to start your day with intention. It gives you the time to plan, reflect, and set the tone for the day. The Stoics saw these early hours as a time to prepare for the challenges ahead. Marcus Aurelius would often use the early hours to meditate, journal, and remind himself of his purpose. Imagine rising with purpose before the world wakes up, sitting in silence, setting your intentions for the day, and visualizing your goals. By waking up early, you create space for what matters, whether it's exercise, meditation, reading, or simply enjoying a quiet cup of coffee. Waking up early also allows you to align your actions with your values. It's a way of taking control of your time and ensuring that your day is guided by intention rather than reaction. Epictetus taught that we should begin each day with a clear purpose. Waking up early gives you the opportunity to do just that. Start by setting your alarm just 15 minutes earlier. Use that time to reflect, meditate, or engage in a positive activity. Gradually increase the time as you become more comfortable. Imagine the sense of fulfillment that comes from starting your day with intention, knowing that you're in control of how you spend your time. Share your commitment to waking up early. Let's inspire each other to seize the day. These 10 habits, though seemingly small, have the power to change your life. It's not about making drastic changes overnight. It's about the consistent small actions that build up over time time to create lasting transformation. The Stoics understood that greatness is not achieved through grand gestures, but through the discipline of daily practice. Start today, pick one habit and commit to it. Embrace the Stoic mindset and watch your life unfold with greater purpose, clarity, and fulfillment. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. We are a community committed to growth, self-mastery, and living a life of meaning. If this video resonated with you, hit that like button, share your journey in the comments, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom and personal growth. Together, let's create a community committed to growth, self-mastery, and living a life of meaning. Which habit will you start today? Comment below, and let's hold each other accountable on this journey to becoming the best versions of ourselves.